Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and today I will be reading an Arlecchino Listener by me. So let's get into it. The tension in the room feels almost tangible, the kind that wraps around your chest and makes it hard to breathe. Arlecchino stands across from you, her face cold and her eyes narrowed, a fire simmering beneath the surface. "What were you thinking?" she asks, her voice low and dangerously steady. Her tone carries a sharpness that cuts through you, more than any raised voice ever could. You knew she would react like this. You went against the plan that she created, and Arlecchino would never take kindly to that. You clench your fists at your sides, trying to keep your own emotions in check. "I was simply thinking that there was a better way. Your plan would have put too many at risk. I couldn't just stand by and let that happen." Her eyes flash with anger, and she takes a step forward. "You're not here to make decisions. You're here to follow orders. Do you have any idea what could have happened if something went wrong? You could have been killed. Others could have been as well." You can't help but let out a frustrated sigh, your own irritation bubbling to the surface. "I know what I was doing. Arlecchino, you have to remember I'm not one of your children, and I'm capable of making my own choices." "And you're not here to make choices. You are here to follow my orders, and you blatantly disobeyed me. I don't think you have any idea how reckless that was." She snaps back, her tone icy, and her words sting, and so you can't help but act a little bit defiant. "You know, maybe if you trusted me a little bit more, you would see that I was right. I was doing what I thought was best. Isn't that what you taught me? To think for myself?" Arlecchino's expression shifts, her anger intensifying. There is a fine difference between thinking for yourself and outright defiance. Her voice is dangerously low, each word enunciated with chilling precision. You think you can disregard the chain of command, disregard me, and just do as you please? I wasn't disregarding you. I was just trying to protect people. I was trying to protect those children that you claim to care about so much." The words hang in the air, and for a moment, you think you see something flicker in her eyes. Surprise, maybe even something softer. But then her expression hardens again, and any trace of warmth disappears. And before you can react, her hand moves swiftly, and the slap lands sharply across your cheek. The sting spreads across your face, and you're momentarily stunned. You lift the hand to your cheek, your heart pounding, a mix of hurt and anger swirling inside you. "Arlecchino, you didn't. He didn't have to." Your voice comes out softer, a tremble betraying the hurt that's not just physical. But her eyes stay cold, though you see a faint tremor in her fingers as she clenches her fist. "I can't have insubordination. Not from anyone, and not even you. Especially you. You put everything at risk with your disobedience." There is a heaviness in the silence that follows, both of you frozen in place, neither wanting to be the first to break. Finally, you let out a shaky breath, swallowing back the words that threatened to spill out. "So that's it then? You'd rather hit me than listen to why I did what I did?" You can see the guilt crossing her face, but it's masked up so quickly you think you may have imagined it. "I cannot afford to have weakness in my ranks, and I cannot afford to care about your feelings when lives are on the line." "Is that all I am to you then? Just another pawn?" She doesn't answer immediately, and for a moment, you think she might say something, anything that could soften the blow of her actions. But instead, she turns away, her shoulders tense, and her back straight. When you're on the battlefield, yes, that's all you are. And if you cannot follow orders, you have no place here. The word slices through you, sharper than the slap itself, and for a moment, you feel a pang of regret for ever caring, for ever thinking you were something more to her. You clench your fists, forcing yourself to hold back the words that wanted to spill out, to fight against the tears breaking at the corners of your eyes. Fine. You manage, your voice barely steady. If that's all you want. And without waiting for a response, you turn and walk out, your footsteps echoing in the silent hallway, each step feeling heavier than the last. But as you reach the door, you find yourself pausing, unable to stop yourself from glancing back. A part of you just hopes that there is something wrong, that she will apologize, that she will realize her mistake in any way possible. But when you turn, she's still standing there, her back to you, unmoving, her shoulders tense. And for a brief, fleeting moment, you let yourself wonder if she's feeling the same hurt that you are. If maybe, just maybe, there is a small part of her that regrets what just happened. But you do not wait to find out. You walk out, each step carrying you further from the person who, despite everything, still holds a piece of your heart. But you should have known from the very start. Being in a relationship with Arlecchino was more than just troublesome. And today was just one proof of that.